Lyft just made a typo mistake in the earnings call in the last quarter of 23, and right afterwards, its share price skyrocketed by 62%. And then after the correction, it still went up by at least 20%. Do you think it's an honest mistake or a coincidence? Normally, companies should be using net income or loss in their earnings call, but Lyft is actually using adjusted EBITDA in their earnings call. And I'll tell you later why that is the case. So if it's under the era, it should be 5%. And as you're seeing here, it used to be negative and then it's going positive. But in fact, after the correction, it should only be 0.5%. So the industry itself is definitely not as rosy as it seems. And Lyft is not alone in this. Uber is having the same issue. Its adjusted EBITDA has been negative since 2018. It was only forecasted to turn positive since 2021. So it seems that the only thing that it needed to do is to boost up its sales, increase its revenue, and also its adjusted EBITDA and net income. But is it the case? When you're looking at this graphic, it's actually pretty interesting. So this is the revenue and net income or loss for Uber. As you can see from 2018 all the way to 2022, its revenue has definitely been growing a lot. In fact, it has been more than doubled when you compare to 2019 and 2022. But it's actually making a net loss. But it doesn't really line up with what investors are expecting. It seems that the more revenue it's making, the more money it's actually losing. And it's not just for Uber, but for Lyft as well. So for Uber and possibly Lyft as well, if they're using net income to report in their earnings call, investors are probably not going to have as much confidence. But if it's using adjusted EBITDA, at least it can be a little bit above zero. I mean, it's kind of confusing to me that Uber and Lyft are not making a profit as much as they want. But the thing is that they are the only two players in this duopoly. So technically, they can charge whatever price they want. So why are they losing money? And it also looks like the bigger it grows, the more money it's going to lose.